Hello viewers, welcome to take 3 of me attempting to play Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Long story short, I've been having severe issues getting this game to work. I think I've got it under control. I just have to be careful when it goes to video. Apparently it doesn't work very well. So I'll just be providing a quick synopsis of what happens during video cutscenes after I stop recording. Yeah. There we go. Yes. No? No. Okay. So, we're going to go with a really high strength build. This will provide us with good damage. Lightsabers can use dexterity as their to-hit modifier, but there's no reason to do that. The bonus defenses that you get are basically irrelevant, so I wouldn't worry about it if I were you. And the extra strength just gives you more damage. Constitution, I gave it a couple points, but it's not really a huge deal. It's unlikely that Constitution is going to make the difference between you surviving and dying. Intelligence gives you access to more skills, which is cool. I might even take a couple points out of that and hit one more point of wisdom. Because wisdom gives you force points, Jedi force points, and that can be super handy. This skill is not, or this attribute, charisma, is not very useful, to be honest. All of the dialogue options are based on your persuasion score, not based on your charisma, so it just doesn't matter. I don't know how else to put it. It's totally irrelevant. As far as these skills go, we're taking computer use because it's the best skill in the game. Basically, it just lets you hack computers and be a boss. Stealth gives you... Hey, wait a minute. I want to see something. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. Anyways, computer use gives you... It gives you the ability to flood rooms with gas and kill all the guards in advance. You can disable gun turrets, and those are kind of nasty sometimes. And it's just good. Just very handy. Oh, excuse me. Having done this 4 times, I'm getting bored of it. The Persuade skill basically just gives you better rewards and access to some quests that you wouldn't otherwise have. Treat injury lets you use medkits more effectively. They're your primary source of healing, and I don't think that matters. Security, you know, it might be handy in the early goings, but I'll probably never raise it again since I'm going to be getting a companion that's very good at that stuff. So here's our little skill build. It's beautiful. For feats, the quick version, Scoundrel's Luck, gives you 2 free defense. Can be pretty nice. Especially in the early game, that's about the only time you might have defense that isn't completely in excess of what you need. Sneak Attack. I'm going for a very offensive build. I'm going to be taking Sneak Attack, or I'm going to be getting to level 3, and then I'm going to stop leveling up so that I can spend as many points as I possibly can as the Jedi class, which we will inevitably become. So getting to level 3 gives you 2d6 extra damage almost all of the time. It says whenever you're behind the target, against stunned or immobilized targets, and any attacks made while in stealth. You can start the fight in stealth, and you can stun and immobilize the bejesus out of everybody. It's going to be awesome. So that's why I choose to do that. I take Power Attack. The -3 to hit isn't so bad early on. especially with our ridiculously maximized strength. With 18 strength, we're getting a +4 bonus to hit, so you know we're basically at +1 compared to what a normal person would be, or you know probably they'd be at like -1 if they had 14 or whatever, if they didn't feel like just jamming points in. Notable mentions: Flurry is really good, but the penalty is too severe at the early levels. -4 defense and -4 to hit is very high in the early game. But once we can use this version, by the time we hit level 4, which will be a while, but by the time we hit level 4, it'll be okay. So, yeah. But like I said, that's far into the future. I'm not going to be taking 2-weapon fighting. There's a bug in this game that makes double-bladed weapons not affected by this at all. I don't even think it gets this -2 penalty. So it just is modified to 0/0. As a consequence, double-bladed weapons are basically overpowered, because instead of having to waste my feats in here, I can take other better things like Flurry. I can take... I don't know if that's actually worth it. You know, I can get implants earlier than I otherwise would. I can get... this is actually a very good skill, Toughness. This is super nice. Gives you a lot of HP. This gives you a little bit of damage reduction. This gives you even more HP. So this is, you know, this is a good tree, and you may not be able to take it otherwise. So that's the story with that. Dueling is kind of interesting. I don't care for it at all, though. I'm just going to use double weapons, like I said. I may at some point consider the armors, but to be honest, we're going to be using Jedi robes that are overpowered anyways, so meh. That's terrible. 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 Yeah, so, you know, there aren't really any feats, but, you know, I can just take conditioning or something and just get +3 to all my saving throws for nothing, for free. So that's what that's about. As a rogue, we start with Critical Strike, so that's pretty nice. I don't know if we're going to be using this to begin with. -5 defense is a pretty severe penalty. It will be nice later in the game, though. Like I said, I'm kind of concerned that our defense is just going to get too low. And by the way, trying to stack these two in the early goings, not the greatest plan ever. Just saying. All right. Our name, wow, that's a terrible name. Our name's going to be Kardis, to nobody's great surprise, I'm sure. A cutscene is about to play, going over the beginning of the game. For some reason, it crashes when I watch this cutscene. So there's a chance that I will not be seeing you for a moment. I'm going to disable fraps and just give you a quick recap on what happened after the cutscene. So I'll be right back. Feel free to play along. Alright, basically we're on a ship that's under attack. The Sith are, you know, once again trying to colonize the universe, and we have to save their bacon. So let's see what we've got going on here. Come on, buddy, wake up.
We've been ambushed by a Sith battle fleet.
Okay, and so this is sort of a tutorial area to get you used to the game. You can press 1 or 2 to respond to these questions.
Did you fall out of your bunk and hit your head? The Endar Spire is the ship we're stationed on. This ship. You probably don't even know who I am, do you? I'm Trask Olgo, ensign with the Republic Fleet. I'm your bunkmate here on the Endar Spire. We work opposite shifts. I guess that's why you haven't seen me before. Now hurry up. We have to find Bastila. We have to make sure she makes it off the ship alive.
Who's
Bastila is the commanding officer on the Endar Spire. Well, not an officer, really. But she's the one in charge of this mission. One of our primary duties is to guarantee her survival in the event of an enemy attack. You swore an oath just like everyone else on this mission. Now it's time to make good on that oath. I know all about your reputation. How you used to smuggle spice and blasters along the Corellian run. I guess the Republic figured since they couldn't catch you, they might as well hire you. And I'll admit, the Republic is in desperate need of someone with your kind of skills. Desperate enough to overlook your shady past. But now that you signed on for this mission, you're part of the Republic fleet. And Bastila needs all troops at her side during this attack.
Okay, let's go help Bastila.
So hurry up and grab your gear. You need to suit up so we can get out of here.
Okay, so now that we're out of this guy's little tutorial nonsense, you use you use A and D to rotate the camera, and then W lets you sort of run around. You can target things using Q and E, and then interact with them with R. So right now, if I press R, I'm going to talk to Trask, and if I press R, well, I've got the footlocker highlighted.
You can move the mouse to the edges of the screen to move toward...
Yep, okay. He's telling you everything I'm trying to tell you, because we were unresponsive. So, in here, we're going to start with our first little stuff here. And unfortunately, we're not going to be very well optimized, but we do get experience, so that's something, I guess. Oh yeah, I forgot. Equipping things in this game is a little bit annoying. You basically have to come into the equipping screen and go crazy. Clothing. Did I get anything? I thought I got a belt. Yeah, I got a stealth field generator because I'm a rogue. So this will be nice momentarily. Let's see if there's anything. These computer spikes are what you use for the hacking skill. These security spikes are what you use for the the security skill, the hacking skill being the computer skill. Okay. And you can sort of organize them, but I don't usually care to do that. We have a light side and a dark side meter. I'm probably going to be going light side because the light side force powers are better, is the short version of the story. Let's see. In here, this just lists all of our feats and skills in case we forgot for no believable reason. This is just a messages box. This is every conversation we've ever had. This is our quest menu here. This is a map, which probably won't be using too often, but maybe. And this just has all of the other stuff. All right.
Okay, let's move out. We should stick together. You'll have more success with a party than on your own.
Okay, he joined our party. He's a level 3 soldier. He will surely make it through the entire game, right? Right.
Because of the attack, this room is in lockdown. But don't worry, I've got the
Okay, so the other thing is that you only control one character at a time, but you have a party. If you hit tab, you will cycle between them. So only this dude can open
Now that the door is open, you better take the lead.
Oh, okay. I get it, dude.
What?
I understand. Thank you. Okay.
This is Carthonasi. The Sith are threatening to overrun our position. We can't hold out long against their firepower. All hands to the bridge!
That was Karth contacting us on our portable communicators. He's one of the Republic's best pilots. He's seen more combat than the rest of the Endar Spire's crew put together. If he says things are bad, you better believe it. We have to get to the bridge to help defend Bastila. There's a map of the Endar Spire and a copy of Karth's message in your electronic journal, just in case we get separated.
Alright, and you'll notice all of the options here give me power to do random nonsense, but let's not even worry about that.
That door's locked, and I don't have the codes to open it. You'll have to use your security...
Alright, and you can see my security skill in the middle here.
Got it.
That's what a signal.
These Sith must be the for the Republic.
For the Republic. Okay. Now you can pause the game by pressing the space bar, and you'll notice here that we have a little icon. Pressing 1 will use this skill, and you can see down here it's queued up, so I can mash 1 a whole bunch of times. I'm gonna use a lot of power attacks early on because it's... Damn. And as you can see, our ridiculously high strength score is paying off by providing me with tremendous amounts of damage. This door will just be open. I need to change the auto pause settings right now. Eventually, flurry will be changed, so we're clear about that. But right now, definitely not. We don't have nearly high defenses or anything else to be doing that. Let's see. Let's come search the room here. Yeah. Thought there was something better. Maybe I'm going crazy here. Combat suits. Is that it? That's it. Alright. Let's figure out what I made my equip screen. Gonna put the combat suit on. Max dex bonus is +5. Basically how things work in this game. The max dex bonus is the maximum armor-based dexterity bonus you get while wearing this particular thing. Now, because I have bad dex, my defense is 1 lower than it otherwise would be, but that's mostly irrelevant. For now, I'm going to switch to this short sword because it does double damage, and there's no reason not to. Yeah, dual wielding will avail me not. My 2-hit bonus is +4 because of my high strength, so that's pretty nice. I don't think I got anything else. I do need to use a med pack, but I don't want to, so I'm just gonna choose the killing their own. That's pretty cool. I like that little plot touch there. We're gonna have this guy go first. In this way,
Yes?
he can sort of draw all their fire. Except this one apparently. So, me, because I'd be pretty much. Okay. It's sort of a massacre. You know, I'm not even sure that using power attack is worth my time here. Can I just do a normal attack? Yeah, let's just attack. And you saw right there, when you transition from attacking one person to another, you instantly get an attack. You can make a strategy like that very, very effective. Parts will become useful momentarily. Ooh, I got remains from these guys. You don't always, so that's pretty cool. I need to use a med pack. They're down here. If you just press 5, you'll always use a med pack. Very handy. Ooh, random credits. Remains. Remains eventually degenerate into these belts on the floor here. So, handy, I guess. Back when this game was made, there were a lot of RAM issues, and storing all these dead character bodies cost too many resources, basically. Just making sure I don't have anything.
It's a Dark Jedi! This fight is too much for us! We better stay back! All we do is get in the way!
No, come on, I'm just fighting the way. Oh, she won.
That was one of the Jedi accompanying Bastila. Damn, we could have used her help!
Yeah, no kidding. Okay. Here. And this guy too? Oh, yeah, that's one thing I like about this game, by the way. Enemies actually heal themselves instead of just, you know, die for nothing. So that's pretty cool. Uh-oh, wait, did it say I could get the Jedi's remains? I'm gonna get a lightsaber? No way. Oh. Oh. No, no. Taking the lightsaber would actually be, you know, smart. So, can't do that. You can see in the map here... I'm trying to remember if there's a way to expand this, but you can see on the map, if there's no green, that means we can't go anywhere. So, there's no point. What did we get? So, we got this... adrenal strength thing. This can be pretty nice. We're going to be using this and this simultaneously later for a very difficult thing. This is a vibration cell. It improves a weapon, but we can't use it quite yet, so don't stress that. Oh, hold on. And yeah, it looks like using power attack is just better. For us than the eye here.
Bastila is not here on the bridge. They must have retreated. The Sith want Bastila alive, but once she's off the ship, there's nothing stopping them from blasting the Endar Spire into galactic dust.
Nah, I don't think they would successfully destroy the entire ship down to, like, dust. Come on. I'm not convinced. Let's see, any more remains? You can see down here we've leveled up. Leveling up is fun. But... yeah, it's just targeting that backpack again. The targeting in this game can be a little bit weird. And you can't go through that door without leveling up. Never hit auto level up. It's bad. Alright. Looks like we're getting 4 skills per level. Not bad. So we can... what can we do? I'm gonna put a point into repair. I can't. You know what? I'm gonna put points like that. Yeah. This took 2 points because it's a cross-class skill. I don't need more points in stealth. We got another feat. Should I just take flurry? I should just take flurry. It's really... I don't know about that, actually. On second thought. Might just take implant level 1. Okay. Did our buddy level up? You can hit tab at this screen, by the way, and here's a more normalized stat build. You can hit tab to switch on that screen as well. Let's open the door.
Something behind here.
No, I'm sure it's...
Damn, another Dark Jedi! I'll try to hold him off. You get to the escape pods. Go!
Oh yeah, you're gonna 1v1 the Jedi, buddy? The door's gonna explode? Okay. No problem. I didn't need your help anyways. I guess we just go through the door. What more could we possibly do? Oh, right, we came in through that door. What? Okay.
This is KotoR on your personal communicator. I'm tracking your position through the Endar Spire's life support systems. Bastila's escape pod is away. You're the last surviving crew member on the Endar Spire. Now, I can't wait for you much longer. You have to get to the escape pods. But be careful. There's a Sith patrol just down the corridor. Use your stealth skill to sneak past him.
Alright, they want you to use stealth here. Why not? It's not so bad. Our stealth skill is pretty high, so not a big deal. And I forgot we're scoundrels, so I should probably be making use of the sneak attack more. When we become a Jedi, this will be better. That. Oh. Just again. Please die, thank you. Alright. And sometimes the remains take a second, so you might see me waiting like I just did there. Just good strategy in general. Here's a door. Oh, holy cow. I had realized there was this room was empty.
Be careful.
Right.
There's a whole squad of Sith troopers on the other side of that door. You need to find some way to thin their numbers. You could reprogram the damaged assault droid to help you, if you have enough repair parts. Or you could use computer spikes to slice into the terminal and use the Endar Spire's security systems against the Sith.
Alright. This gives you a bunch of repair spikes and computer spikes. Let's see, reactivate the droid. Yeah, I could do this stuff, but I'm not going to, because I like my repair parts, so I'm just going to leave it alone. He's awake, and I can just use him to, basically, I can just drag the enemy into this room, so no big deal. Same probably goes with this. Okay, thank you. Unfortunately, my computer skill isn't very high, so this would take all of my spikes, basically, and I don't want to do that, so I'm not going to.
I'll avoid what I can. No problem. Didn't work.
Oh, is it going to make me? I think it's making me. Okay. Well, in that case, these are less useful than computer spikes, so that's what I'm going to do. Okay.
I'll avoid what I can.
Oh, I'm just going to let this guy go pull the axe. Alright. And you see, other stuff killing people still gives you the XP, so don't worry about that too much. Oh, we got a prototype there. Nice. Not sure if that's a super common drop. I'm not as familiar with this game as I am with Baldur's Gate 2, but I think it's still better than what we have. Yeah, I prefer this weapon, and the reason well, there are a couple reasons. So this weapon does 1 to 12 damage, this one does 1 to 10, but it has 1 base damage higher. So the base damage on this is better, but the maximum damage is lower. I prefer that compared to this longsword. Also of note, this has a better critical range, so I'm more likely to score a critical hit. Only 5% more likely, but better than a sharp stick in the eye. Oh, and by the way, if I was dual wielding, it looked like that, and I'd have terrible odds of hitting, so nuts to that. Let's see, make sure I don't have... Can I attack this thing? I'm trying to remember if there's a way to force combat. I don't recall one, though. Don't be afraid to use your med packs, by the way. They are...
You've made it just in time. There's only one active escape pod left. Come on, we can hide out on the planet below. I'm a soldier with the Republic, like you. Basila's escape pod's already gone, so there's no reason for us to stick around here and get shot by the Sith. Now, come on. There'll be time for questions later.
Alright, that seems like a fair enough assertion. Where's our final escape pod here? Yeah, there's nothing worth getting into that. Alright, we just crash landed in somebody's apartment as the ship blew up behind us. We were badass, so we didn't look at the explosion. Hello everyone, I'm back here again because my ship died, basically. So I'm just gonna proceed to that point. I'm having a lot of crashes with the video player. This is like an ancient game, so I guess it's to be expected. But I'll be back once I've redone this entire section. It won't take as long without commentary, so be back in a second. Oh, also stay. Alright, made it here in record speeds, and I'll be back on the other side of this cutscene. Alright, we're back. I have purple hands because of my armor. Awesome. We crashed into somebody's apartment in our escape pod.
Good to see you up instead of thrashing about in your sleep. You must have been having one hell of a nightmare. Was wondering if you were ever gonna wake up. I'm Karth, one of the Republic soldiers from the Endar Spire. I was with you in the escape pod. Do you remember?
Let's see. Now, some of these options can change your light side or dark side here.
I'm not surprised.
Strange
You took a
dream.
serious blow to the head. You're probably having all kinds of strange dreams. I wouldn't worry too much about it.
Yeah, it's not like
We've been
the fatal
slipping in and
blow
out of
depends on
consciousness
it.
for a couple of days now, so I imagine you're pretty confused about things. But try not to worry. We're safe. At least for the moment. We're in an abandoned apartment on the planet of Terrace. We were banged up pretty bad when our escape pod crashed, but luckily I wasn't seriously hurt. I was able to drag you away from our crash site and all the confusion, and I stumbled into this abandoned apartment. By the time the Sith arrived on the scene, we were long gone. You don't have to thank me. I've never abandoned anyone on a mission, and I'm not about to start now. Besides, I'm gonna need your help. Terrace is under Sith control. Their fleet is orbiting the planet, they've declared martial law, and they've imposed a planet-wide quarantine. But I've been in worse spots.
No,
I saw on your service records that you understand a remarkable number of alien languages. That's pretty rare in a raw recruit. But it should come in handy while we're stranded on a foreign world. There is no way the Republic will be able to get anyone through the Sith blockade to help us. If we're gonna find Bastila and get off this planet, we can't rely on anybody but ourselves.
Do you like that quick explanation of how we're going to understand every single thing we come into contact with? I did.
That smack to your head did more damage than I thought. Bastila's a Jedi. She was with the strike team that killed Darth Revan, Malak's Sith master. Bastila's the key to the whole Republic war effort. The Sith must have found out that she was on the Endar Spire and set an ambush for us in this system. I believe Bastila was on one of the escape pods that crashed down here in Terrace. For the sake of the Republic war effort, we have to try and find her.
Okay,
Bastila's
there
gonna
we
need our help. Many of Darth Malak's followers have mastered the dark side of the Force, and the Sith have already killed more than their share of Jedi in this war. I doubt anyone's specifically looking for us anymore. We're not that important. But if we're careful, we can move about the planet without attracting notice, a luxury Bastila won't have. She's gonna have half the Sith fleet looking for her. They know how vital she is to the war effort. And Bastila's no ordinary Jedi. She has a rare gift the Jedi call battle meditation. Bastila's power can influence entire armies. Through the Force, Bastila can inspire her allies with confidence and make her enemies lose their will to fight. And often that's all it takes to tip the balance in a battle. But there are limits to what she can do. From what I understand of her ability, it requires great concentration and focus to maintain her battle meditation. The attack on the Endar Spire happened so fast, she probably never even had a chance to use her power. I'm guessing she barely got out alive, and now she's trapped here just as we are. The whole planet is under quarantine. No ships can land or take off. So if Bastila's gonna escape Terrace, she's gonna need our help, and we'll probably need hers. While you were out, I did some scouting around. There are reports of a couple escape pods crashing down into the Undercity. It's probably a good place to start. But the Undercity's a dangerous place. We don't want to go there unprepared, and it won't do Bastila any good if we go and get ourselves killed. Good idea. We can use this abandoned apartment as a base. We can probably get some equipment and supplies here in the upper city. Just remember to keep a low profile. I've heard some grim stories about the Dark Jedi interrogation techniques. They say the Force can do terrible things to a mind. It can wipe away your memories and destroy your very identity.
No,
but I figure if we
nonsense.
don't do anything stupid, we should be okay. I mean, after all, they're looking for Bastila, not a couple of grunts like us. All right, soldier, let's move out.
All right. Thanks, buddy. And over here, we just get some decent items. Over here, we can use the workbench to upgrade our weapons. Specifically, if you guys remember that vibration cell we got, it gives just bonus physical damage. So now this thing is a little bit better. Symbol. You can remove these and add these freely, so don't worry about using them. Ooh, it's not like it'll be a permanent loss there. Then we do a little flourish. 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 Alright. Anyways, viewers, I think that's enough for one day. I've had a bit of a crashing frustration with this game, so I'm going to give it a little bit of a break and I'm coughing my balls off. Leave comments and subscribe. Thanks a lot. Bye.